Cool. All right. I don't have an introduction for myself, but I'm going to tell you why I'm qualified to give this message. Yeah. It's my house. That's why I'm giving this message. Here's my background. I did 12 years as a recruiter with a company called Vector Marketing. We sold Cutco knives, best knives in the world. You guys know them? Do you have them? No. Do you need some? And there you go. I actually sold them with Thaddeus way back. We go way back with that. But bottom line is I ran an office for the majority of those 12 years. And I was a recruiter, and during the summer was our high time. And I'd be recruiting anywhere from 200 to 300 students to work with me over that summer. You can't work with 200 22-year-olds like the twins without having a little help. And so I'd have staff to help me. And so the hiring, the training, and all of that is something that I've really got my hands down. Rothenberg. So I want to talk about this. So I want to talk about working with staff. Think about this. If I could increase your income by $2,000 to $4,000 per month and free up your time so you could focus on the most important aspects of your business, what would that be worth to you? Think about it for a second. You could increase your income, have more time to spend with family, to work on other businesses, to watch TV, whatever it is. What would that be worth to you? What is your one thing? I think we talked about this a bit at dinner, but what's your one job, the most important thing, the one thing that you do that makes you money in this business? What is it? It's publishing books. Is talking to your cover designer where you make your money? Is uploading your book to KDP and CreateSpace? Let's pour one out. Is that where you're making your money? Is dealing with, God, those VAs. Is that where you make your money? No. You make money when you do one thing in this business, publish your book. Everything else is secondary. So how can you focus all your time and energy so you're focused on just publishing books? You can't do that by yourself. You need a team of people working with you in order for you to focus on that one thing, right? I'm going to talk Stephen James, right? We all know Polaritas, came out of Master, dude. He has this concept down 100% in his business. He does one thing. What is it? He only does one thing in his entire business. His team does everything else. And when I say everything, it's literally everything. What's the one thing he does? Only YouTube videos. He creates content, that's it. He picks up the camera, talks, sends those files to his team. They edit, they transcribe, they write blog posts, they do social media posts, everything. All he does is record and talk to a camera, travel, hang out with Tatiana. Why am I plugging freaking Stefan so much? But that's all he does, because he has a team of people working for him that do everything else. Everything. You have to think like that, right? You have to think like a CEO of your business, right? So that's what I really want you to get from this message, is thinking like a CEO. Vision for your business. How many of you would like this? You work 15 to 20 hours a month on your publishing business. A month, not a week. A month, okay, 15 to 20 hours. It makes you $10,000 or more. It's as stress-free as possible. There's always going to be stresses, but it's as stress-free as possible. Meaning you do not deal with a single VA designers, writers, or freelancers. You don't upload books, you don't format books. You get to the point you don't even look at your books. All you do is fine-tune the business from time to time. How many of you want that lifestyle for your business? Everybody. Because guess what? Passive income, Kindle publishing passive income can only be passive if you have a team. If you're doing this by yourself, you're working, right? And can't we all agree it's a simple business? Right? Like, this is not like FBA, where you need to deal with brokers and customs and a whole bunch of, inventory. Like, it's a pretty simple business we have. So why don't you have somebody else running it for you? That's what I want you to get. What I just described is, oh, hey, I had bullet points for this. You speak to the one person who deals with all of this for you. What I just described has been my Kindle publishing business over the last year. Right? I was talking yesterday. I'd have to watch the lesson inside the blueprint to learn how to format my book. It's been that long. I just don't do stuff like that. Right? It's just like transferring my books from KDP or from CreateSpace to KDP. Abdul does that. I ain't gonna do that because does that make me any money? Me moving my books myself? This is the biggest waste of my time there is me doing something like that, right? D1 has taught me if the task that you're about to do is not gonna make you a minimum of 250 hours, $250, pay somebody else to do that task for you because it's no longer worth your time. You have to spend your time on the highest producing tasks. Here's what my current publishing organization looks like. There's me. I'm the CEO. Then we have my COO, Chief Operating Officer. Now, what's the difference between a CEO and a COO? Does anybody know? And what's the CEO do?
The visionary. He makes the money.
The CEO has the vision. Says, I want the business to go in this direction. I want to implement these strategies. I want to do this. They understand the bigger picture. They get paid the most in their organizations because they have the hardest job. They have to see further ahead. They're thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. In larger companies, they're thinking 20 years down the road. Okay? Like Facebook. I'm sure they're thinking, where are we going to be in the next 20, 30, 40 years with our technology? Okay? The CEO runs the business day to day. I do not run my publishing business. I meet with my CEO every Friday or Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Skype. We talk for about 10 to 15 minutes, 20 if there's more things to talk about. And that's it. I check my dashboard from time to time because I like looking at money coming in. But that's it. He'll send me a few messages throughout the week. Hey, I got a question about this. It takes me 30 seconds to reply. That's how involved I am in my publishing business. It does, I think last month we did 8K, but 8 to 10K a month. Is that not bad? Right? I have one full-time freelancer, Michelle. I've been working with her for over a year. She works with my main niche. I pay her $12 an hour now. She started at 10. She got a raise a couple months ago. Takes her 40 to 50 hours to complete a book. This book comes back fully formatted. There's pictures in it. It's 110% ready to go and uploaded on CreateSpace or on Amazon. Okay? Was it always like that? No. We went back and forth a lot of times, but now it's 100% ready to go, no errors. Writing companies for my other niches. Social media manager. Now, let him go a little while ago, but I did have one. Why? Because me posting under my pen name on social media could be a bigger waste of time than me uploading a book to KDP. Because social media, to do it right, means you're posting how many times a day? It's constant engagement. Probably 12 times a day. I don't have that type of time. I got to post for my personal brand 12 times a day. I do not have a time to post for my pen names 12 times a day. Now, caveat, I only did that for my main niche. I don't do that for, my memory niche. I ain't on social media for that. No, we're not. We have 2 cover designers. Why 2? Because 2's better than 1. If one's busy, one's backed up, okay? I have strategies. I was referred to this person in my mastermind. I said, hey, what does everybody pay you? She said 15. I said, I'll pay you 20. Get my covers done in 2 days. She's like, done. Sorry, Ollie. Yeah. Because my staff, I want me to be the priority for them. So $5 more than other publishers for them to make me the priority, you're damn right I'm going to pay that. We have 2 narrators for ACX. Why 2? 2's better than 1. I don't have time to deal with staff issues when one narrator's backed up because the Mickelson twins are ordering 1 billion books. Okay? 2's better than 1. 2's better than 1. And then I have my wonderful virtual assistants. I think I know 2 of them that I actually work with. We're hiring 2 more. Okay? That's that. Now, who do I deal with here? Oh, I don't think I did lines. No, I didn't. Oops. Okay. So I only deal with my CEO. And I deal with Michelle because we have a 12-month relationship. That's it. Everybody else, Abdul deals with. Everybody. They're not allowed to talk to me. They have to talk to Abdul. Abdul talks to me. Okay? Abdul submits books to the writing company, the outlines, and everything. All I go into the cart and hit pay. The only thing that I don't fully outsource is payments because it's my money. And I just don't trust anybody else with my money. So that's it. But everything else, he runs. Right here, this is the difference between being a Kindle publisher and having a Kindle publishing business. What you just saw. So you have to think about your business as a 6 or 7 figure a year or a month business, right? Would a massive business like that go to Fiverr to get something done? No, they're going to have in-house people. And when I say in-house, right, I try to take people off Fiverr and pay them individually because Fiverr takes a bad cut. So now I can pay the same amount, but they get paid more, so they like me more. Right? Upwork, after a couple times working with somebody on Upwork, and I understand they're good, I move the conversation as fast as I can onto Skype or onto Facebook. Then I say, hey, do you want me to just pay you via PayPal instead so you don't lose 20% every single sale? They always say yes, because it's more money for them, and it's the same amount of money for you. Right? All right. So how do you get here? Time, patience, and understanding what it takes to train people. But the benefits for you, I get more time with family and friends, more time for video games, more time for other hobbies, more time to start another business. There's no way I could have organized this an event to this level running my publishing business for the last 3 months. It wouldn't have happened. We'd be sitting here in broken chairs and probably no tables. Right? More time to focus on other higher income producing activities. Right? My main thing is my brand. Me working on my publishing business does not make sense. It's one of the smallest income sources I have. So why would I want to dedicate so much time to it, right? It allows me to focus on the bigger picture stuff, building my brand. That is what's going to get me to $100,000 a month, not Kindle publishing. Staff don't cost you money, they make you money. It's Grant Cardone. It's one of my favorite quotes. Staff do not cost you money, they make you money. If you think about that, hiring Abdul, paying him every single month, was the best decision I've ever made for my business. Because he allows me to free up my time to make more money. Having him not work for me would cost me a lot of money, right? Oh, I forgot about Ava. I have another assistant. She wasn't on the slide. She does different because she charges $30 an hour. So she does very specific tasks. But she also works in the organization. She wasn't on the slide. She doesn't do anything with publishing. Yeah, that's why she wasn't on the slide. That makes more sense now. Okay. Benefits for your business. Cover designers. Working with the same cover designer over and over again understands what you like, so they'll design your covers quicker, better prices, quicker service. Writers, freelancers. The flow of the books are all the same, right? That's why I always try to get the same writer, even if I'm using a writing company, right? Urban Writers set that up so you can use the same writer for your books now over and over again. All your books are the same, right? Because J.K. Rowling's, the Harry Potter books, they're all the same flow because she wrote them all. Same person, right? So your books should be the same, right? If customers are buying the same book all the time, or every single one of your books, but then one book is written with this tonality and another is this tonality, stuff starts not matching up. Understands what's already been talked about, right? You do a beginner's book, and then you want an expert book. If the same writer, well, I talked about this in the beginner's book, I'll make sure that this is what's going to be covered in the expert version of the book. Better prices, quicker service, longer-term relationships with the most important people in your business. VAs, consistency, quicker service. They trust you and will have your back. This is why this right here is one of the reasons I like working with the same VAs consistently, because when those horrible publishers go out and try to sabotage your book or something, I get messages from Abdul saying, hey, this person's trying to buy keywords off this VA. So they have your back. So we talk a lot of smack about the VAs. Find the good ones, pay them well, they'll take care of you. All right, but the MVP is the CEO. This is the most important person. That's what I want to talk about right now. What do? He helps me find new staff members. So writers, cover designers, whatever. He'll go on to Upwork, he'll place an ad, go through the applications. So all I have to do is look at the good applications, not the horrible ones, right? Helps or does keyword and niche research. How many of you would not like to do that anymore? Right? Now, we're going to talk about why some of you are not ready for this type of thing, but we'll get there. Creates titles and subtitles for books, creates books outlines for the writers, submits books to be written with instructions, writes descriptions for books, formats HTML descriptions for both the ebooks and paperback, comes up with the different bundle ideas and creates titles for them, orders cover details to the designer with instruction, get covers revived, edited from the designers, Kindle ebook formatting, KDP print, paperback formatting, formatting for books for Ingram Sparks, draft to digital, Google Play, because formatting, I'm just going to keep going. Formatting for those is Smashwords, right? It's a pain in the butt if you've ever tried to get your books on those. Uploads all the books to both, adjusts paperback pricing. So he goes through and counts 6 sales and then bumps up the price. He watches for when Amazon puts my books on sale for the price strike. He pays attention to all that, so I don't have to be looking at my book every single hour. Publishes books on other platforms, changes book categories. Question?
You trained your VA to do that. I mean, he didn't know intuitively to look for that, but you trained him.
I've trained him how to do all of this. Links the books, so he does all the contacting Amazon type of thing, right? Creates Author Central accounts, adds the books to them, adds editorial reviews to the books, creates funnels and landing pages, helps run AMS ads, deals with VAs and their dumb shit, finds VAs, fires VAs, hires new VAs, trains them for swaps if needed, checks swap reports from VAs, and sends payments for reviews or for reviews on Upwork, Fiverr. Helps build the email list, creates lead magnets, adds them to the book, helps setting up follow-up for readers, hires narrators, deals with them, creates ACX bundles, gets promo codes from Audible, sends daily, weekly, monthly reports for ebooks, paperback, ACX sales. Yes, I've had my assistant send me daily sales reports. At times, I was really focused on driving my income forward. I had him send me daily reports for certain books. And you're like, well, can't you just log on? Yeah, but that's a waste of time. He just sends me an email. I can literally open it on my phone, see exactly how much those books made. When's the right time to have somebody like this for your business? If you're doing less than 3 to 5 books a month, you've published less than 10 books total, you're making less than $2,000 a month consistently each month, and you want to work less, this is not for you. Okay? This is, let me make sure I get, where did I? This is Demo. This is Demo. Demo was a publisher, and he wanted to outsource his publishing business to work less. Okay, I advised him against it strongly. I said, you're making barely $1,000 a month. You have no clue what you're doing. Don't do it. You're going to kill your business. But Demo's head was bigger than his brain. Wait, all of our heads are bigger than our brain. Demo just didn't listen to Emeka. This is one of his books in the hottest market on the planet right now. He wondered why he was making no money. He was one of the first 5 people to publish books on Fortnite. He should be making a freaking killing. He should be doing better than Rothenberg right now. But he's not. What is wrong with this page? Don't answer Jacob, don't answer Ollie. What's wrong with this book page screenshot from Amazon right now? So, 2, okay, that's one. Anyone find the other one? And this is the number one reason. He made no money with this because he outsourced this and didn't train his VA. How do you spell Fortnite? Fortnite? You cannot sell a book if your keyword is spelled wrong. This is what happens when you outsource too early. Formatting. He left all the broken tags in his description. Who on earth is going to buy this book if they actually found it? Don't be this kind of publisher, okay? This is for you if you're somebody who wants to publish 3 to 5 books a month but needs help with everything that's involved. You've published more than 10 books total, understands the basic of what publishing books means. You're making more than $2,000 consistently each month. You want to work more to increase your income and your lifestyle through publishing. Now, is this set in stone? No, it's not. But I really think if you haven't published 10 books yourself, having somebody do that extra work for you is not going to benefit your business right away. You have to go through the learning curve. You have to pay the learning tax before you can get that help. Okay? Work more, not work less. That's very important. Demo wanted to work less, so he was all about outsourcing everything. I want to work more, so I have somebody run my publishing business, so I can get more stuff done. There's a big difference. So where to find your MVP? You go to Upwork, super easy. Go to Upwork. You post the job description. We've all done that. Virtual assistant, administrative assistant, couple different names. I usually try to go administrative assistant because virtual assistant gets you a whole bunch of virtual assistants applying, and the wrong type of virtual assistant for this, okay? You interview dozens of applicants via Skype. I always do Skype, always, because I need to talk to the person that's gonna run my business. I need to get that X factor for them. I need to see and talk to them. I can't trust their paper application that could be BS. You sift through all the bad ones. There will be a lot of bad ones, probably about 10 to 1. And then the ones who schedule meetings with you and then just don't show up because, okay? Then you train them on how to do Kindle publishing, all of it, because they don't know anything. So you literally have to train somebody from scratch. That's why it's important that you have a basic understanding of Kindle publishing already, okay? It took me 8 months to train Abdul. He'd been in the publishing space for a while, but he was from the old school publishing, early KMM days. So it took me 8 months to get him to the level that I showed you where he's doing all of those tasks. Once you've done all of this, once you've done all of that, guys, then you do it 2 to 3 more times over the next few months. Because your first couple are gonna bail, you're gonna fire them, they're gonna go MIA. This is what training and hiring staff is all about. Or you can come to my pimping program. My publishing Indian manager program. Now, they're actually from Bangladesh, so we're just calling it the PMP program. But I just had to get that in there. All right. So you get one trained manager to help run your business. You get an Abdul, basically. In fact, one of them might be called Abdul because that's a common name over there. They work solely for you and no other publisher. They're not allowed to work for another publisher. They're running your business. We don't want distractions. They will be trained personally by my assistant to do exactly what he does, but for your business. Now, I run my business probably different than all of you run your business. You might want things done slightly different. So you would just show them how you want it done, but they have all the basics covered, if that makes sense, okay? You negotiate their rate, but they do start at $150 a month, okay? So, hold on. Abdul started at $150 a month. I pay him $200 a month now, just because he does a lot. I've been working with him for a year, okay? Okay. Now, how much? Yeah, hold your horses, okay? $697 is 2 months of support. So what that means is over the next 2 months of you working with your new assistant, okay, you'll have a minimum of 1 weekly call with them to touch base, to stay involved in your publishing business still. You cannot, this is not set it and forget it. If you want to set it and forget it, please do not get this because you're just going to be unhappy with it, okay? In the very beginning, you have a weekly call with them, minimum. You might want 2 weekly calls. When I was going through and training Abdul, it was daily. We were messaging back and forth. Hey, how are you doing this? He would do something, and then what would I do right after he did it? What would be the smart thing to do? Double check it. Double check it, okay? And then he would do something. I'd double check it a third time, and then I'm like, all right, that task, I can cross it off. He knows what he's doing with that, okay? You also get a 30-day replacement guarantee. If the VA is just no good or the relationship just doesn't work between you two, I just find you a new one, okay? But because you guys are here, $597. You get 3 months of support and then the 60-day replacement guarantee, okay? So we only have 7 available. It's going to be first come, first serve. Okay? Now, yeah, 2 for 1 special for you guys, right? So Oh yeah, no, I did set up. Okay, cool. So what this is going to involve, once again, I want to be really clear on this. This is not going to allow you to completely free up your time yet. You'll have a VA that's trained on all of those tasks, or a manager rather, trained on all of those tasks. And then you're going to work with them and say, all right, I understand you know how to do this. I like to actually do my descriptions like this. And it usually takes a month or two of you showing them how you like to do your publishing business your way. Okay? So that's the replacement. 3 months of support. Abdul works with them. These people are ready to go. They have been looking for publishers for months. Abdul's trained them on exactly how the blueprint runs, right? So they're familiar with how we publish with the basic blueprint, right? If that makes sense. Okay. Question? Or just?
Whenever it's appropriate to ask questions,
Yeah. Let's. I maybe just got one more slide. Nope. So, hold on. You can write this down. I should have put it on there, but again, it's emekaossai.com/PMP, not PIMP, PMP. That's going to take you to the order page. Boom. And then within the week or so, or whenever you order, within a week, I'll get you hooked up. There will be a questionnaire that will be sent out to you it's a full-page questionnaire about your business, so we can get the VA matched up with you and so on.